Good afternoon. Happy Makar Sankranti.
Yeah, same to you, sir.
So, what do you do on Sankranti? Is there anything special for this day? Any ritual you follow? Any traditions you follow? Anything special you cook or
Uh,
eat?
I think I should do it, but as far as like I am not doing anything because my childrens are there, so like whole day has just passed in
Mm-hmm. Okay.
household chores, taking them bath, and get ready. So
Mm.
I haven't done anything, not even cooked anything special, which I usually do. Like before my kids, I used to cook till laddu or something like that, but not today.
Right, right. It's understood. Like when you're managing so many things all alone, even if you want to, you may not be able to do things, right? Never mind.
Yes, right.
Maybe when they grow a little up, then you can
Ah,
do again whatever you want to do. All
yes.
right. With that, let's begin. What is the assignment for the day? Spices, is it?
Yes.
Like Indians and spices are inseparable, right? Just like Indians and chai is inseparable. Indians and spices, right? Indians and spices are also inseparable.
Yes.
But then it gets a lot of criticism also that Indians use a lot of spices and that's why their food is good in taste, but they are actually not good. These are some Western critiques that they say that Indians use a lot of spice. Without spice, their food is very bland or very
Bland.
good at all. And some of them have also criticism like that it's not healthy, it's unhealthy. A lot of spices like are going to give you a bad tummy and a bad belly and all of that. How do you look at all these criticisms of the use of spices in Indian food? And what are your independent views on the use of spices in Indian food?
Okay. So what I feel is that if you're using anything in moderation, that is not bad. If I
Mhm.
talk about these spices, every spice has its own quality in terms of health. I do not
Mhm.
agree with this statement or with the criticism that spices are not healthy. If I talk about like it's winter season going on, and during this season, my mother-in-law, she is like 70 years old now.
Mhm.
She she has one kada every day, and she used many things in one kada, that is like black pepper,
Mhm.
dalchini, cinnamon or dalchini, I think same.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
same cinnamon. Okay, so like these are the spices which are really good if you're consuming them in the
Mhm.
form of kadha in winter. It will prevent you from cough and cold.
Correct.
Similarly, there are many spices like turmeric. We call
Mhm.
it the very good antibiotic which can
Okay.
help you come
Instead
over
of
from
good,
many disease.
instead of good, use another word. Good antibiotic. Use another word here.
It is amazing antibiotic.
No.
It is
Effective. Effective.
it is effective. Okay, it is an effective antibiotic. Okay.
Okay. Now, the second point is that it is not an antibiotic. Antibiotic is a chemical drug, modern medicine, right? So you can say it is an
Yes.
anti-inflammatory natural herb or
Okay.
something. It is a naturally, it has got natural healing properties. Use words like this. Antibiotic is a very technical word for a chemical drug. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, continue.
So yes, like I have always learned this thing that we should use less spices. We should not put, especially if I talk about the chilies, we should
Hmm.
not add um we should not add a lot of chilies into our food. It is not really good for your stomach. And that for that point I would be agree. But otherwise, apart from that, we have so many spices and they all are useful. If I
Hmm.
talk about that, what do we call hing of what do we call that? I forgot the name. Apus
Asaf-
Satodia.
Asafoetida. Asafoetida.
Asafoetida. Okay. So that is very helpful, especially when newborn babies they are having some gastric
Hmm.
problem. We
Right.
just used to put it on their stomach, and it is really helpful to release the gas. So
Hmm.
every spice is very useful, and I do not agree with the criticism that other people say like it's not good for health. It is good for health if you're taking it in moderation.
Okay, okay, all right, sure. Now, whenever we are consuming spices or we are using spices, the main purpose is to actually add flavors and add a
Yes.
certain taste to our food. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the use of spices also changes in our country from one region to another. If you go
Yes.
south, they have a different use of spices. Some
Yes.
spices are more dominant. If you go to Maharashtra, there is some spices are more dominant. If you go to Gujarat, they add more jaggery and good and all those stuff to their
Yes.
food, right? So in India, spices also have their own supremacy. Certain spices are more supreme in certain regions. Tell me about
Yes.
your understanding of cooking of and use of spices and which spices are more important and also from your own use of spices. Give me some kitchen gyan today.
Okay, so see, basically, I am from UP. So before my marriage, I did not know many spices names, which I know right now because I married to a Bengali family in a
Okay.
Bengali family. So now I,
So
uh,
now you know a lot of pushto, isn't it?
yes, yes, yes. And apart from that, there are many spices like kalonji. I did not know that there is some spices exist like kalonji. Like after marriage, I got to know about this. And if I talk about in my house, we most of the time we are I think towards like we prefer food like most of the South Indian people like because in most of the food I use that mustard seeds, kalonji, and every vegetable has its own unique spice. You can only make that vegetable with that spice only. You cannot use another thing for that. So I know cooking, but when I got married, like that time, I did not know a lot about the cooking or spices. But slowly, gradually, just by cooking day by day, now I know many spices. I can identify, I can recognize as well. Earlier, it was not the case. And
Okay.
as you talk about cooking, I love cooking. I love cooking food for my family. I have two children, but they are not really fond of food. They are very choosy, and I don't know, they don't feel hungry at all. If I do not ask them to eat, they will not ask me for like next 2 days. They'll be happy. So, but still, I have to cook food. I would prefer to cook 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I make sure that I can delay any other work, but not food. My like food is very important in my family. I
Okay.
can do other household chores, I can delay other work, but I cannot delay my food. There's a timing, like in the morning, you have to do breakfast. So my focus is on that only. And
Right.
I usually on Sundays I cook idli sambar. This is one of the favorite breakfast for my entire family. My kids also enjoyed it, and it's healthy at the same time. So if I talk about healthy things, I prefer dosa, idli, and poha, upuma. These are the breakfasts which I usually prepare in the morning. And if I
Okay.
talk about lunch, we include one dal, it is compulsory, and then one vegetable. And
Okay.
in the dinner, we most of the time try to like it should be light, but
Hmm.
somehow for my husband, he eats only one time in a day at
Okay.
night only, like at home. Otherwise, he eat breakfast in office, lunch also in office, and that is not really good food. So I try to give full good dinner. Two to
Okay.
three vegetables should be there so that he can have like nice dinner at least once in a day.
Sure.
Yeah, so
Wonderful.
this is how I do.
Hmm. Now, I know that different people have different. I mean, different communities and groups of language groups have their own choice of food. The Bengalis are very fond of a lot of fish and non-vegetarian food. Now, what about your family? How is it a family that loves non-vegetarian food or you're a vegetarian? What about that?
They both are non-vegetarian, but I don't eat fish because, like, since my childhood, I was vegetarian. So I only eat eggs and omelette and egg curry. I like eating that. But as far as the fish is concerned, I don't eat that. I haven't tasted in my life. But yes, my mother-in-law and my husband both are really fond of fish, and like it is. But now, see, because I don't eat, I don't cook also.
Yeah.
So they don't get it easily. Only my mother-in-law, when she prepares, then only they can have. So now she's not really good in terms of health, so
Hmm.
not
She's not
getting that non-veg
keeping.
food at home.
She's not keeping good. Not she's
She's not
not good.
keeping good.
She's not keeping good in terms of
She's
health.
not keeping good in terms of health, yeah. So
Right.
now,
Okay. So how difficult was it in the beginning to enter a non-vegetarian loving family? I mean, The community itself loves a lot of non-veg. And you coming from a more of a vegetarian background, was there a clash of ideas or a clash of um, kitchen utensils? And I'm not sure what is the
No,
right
never.
way of putting it. Right? How was that?
No,
Any
never. It never happened in my life. It's been 8 years of my marriage, and I'm just, it's all about accepting both. Like it is from both sides. Few things they have to accept, and few things I have to accept. I do not discriminate between the utensils. Not discriminate. It's not the right word. I have never.
Discriminate is the right word. I don't discriminate because for the vegetarians, touching the non-vegetarian utensil can be a big issue. So they discriminated. Yeah, so it's okay. It's the right
I
word.
have never done it. I have never discriminated between the utensils. Even I kept washing them
Mm,
myself. So
mm,
that is one thing I think which helped me to adjust with the family. Otherwise, like obviously they will also feel awkward if I will do like these things.
mm,
So it's understanding between both of us. She respects my decision, and sometimes I respect her.
mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. You're an ideal Sas Bahu couple, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. That should be the case, and unfortunately, most families don't have that privilege. If you have it, then cherish it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we were talking about food and spices, but you know, come now we were talking about things which were more superficial. But now coming to something more serious these days, the internet has come up with so many ideas when it comes to food and consumption of food and what is the right food and nutrition knowledge. But interestingly, there is always a counter view also available, right? If someone says that you must drink a lot of water, there will be another person giving enough gyan on why not to drink a lot of water. Correct? Someone will tell you that, oh, coffee is a great thing. You must drink it. It's great for your heart. Exactly on the same day, you will find another video who will tell you about how coffee has a bad effect on your neurons and your nervous system and all of that. So we are living in an extremely divided world right now, right? Where every opinion has a counter opinion. From the perspective of food, nutrition, particularly, what are some of the things which you believe are, are non-debatable, completely non-debatable? In your opinion, even if there are opinions available contradictory, what are some of the non-debatable, non-negotiable things, or what are some of your ideas you would like to share?
Okay. So first thing I feel that tea is not good for health, and we should not debate on that. People say that it is good because they like it. So
Right.
that's we should not debate on that.
Hmm.
Second is that salad is really good for health. It has 0 calories. You can consume it, and it has no debate again. Other thing is that black coffee, and that is
Hmm.
also have 0 calories. So if you are on diet, you want to
Hmm.
lose your weight, you can have it.
Hmm.
Uh, but yes, one more thing is there. Yeah, that what do we call sprout? Green
Sprout.
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 Sprout, okay, sprout. So that is also good for health. I don't think that is there any debate on that. But yes, there's a question of people say that we should not have it without boiling.
Hmm.
We should boil it and then we can have it. That is safe. Otherwise, it's not safe.
Hmm.
So, but still, I feel that that is a good thing. We can consume it. There should be no question on that whether it's healthy or not. It is healthy, I feel.
Okay, okay, all right.
Mm, I
How much
don't
of
know. I know only this much.
That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to be a nutrition expert. I just want you to speak. I just want you to speak from your common sense, from your general knowledge. Now, out of all the things that you mentioned, how much of these, or are there any of among these that you actually follow in your life or in your food habits and your family's food habits?
See, if you talk about me, I love junk food. I do not follow
Mm,
anything. I'm really fond of food. Food is my weakness, I can say that. And
mm,
I can compromise sometimes my home food, but not the junk. Sometimes I feel like eating junk. So what I do, for example, I love that Chinese food. Sometimes chili potato or momos, I like it. So when I'm ordering them, I'm compromising sometimes my home food. Now I have started doing it because I feel that overfilling your stomach is not good.
Mm.
Earlier, what I used to do, I used to eat junk. Along with that, I used to eat my homemade food. So it's
Okay.
like double. But now
Mm.
I'm trying, if I'm eating junk, I should compromise with my home food. If I'm eating home food, I should not eat junk after that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I just love junk.
Now, but then you said that nowadays I'm controlling myself. I'm not overstuffing my stomach. Did it just happen to you that you started maturing, or you faced any issues, which is why you felt that this is high time I should do it, or you just felt that maybe I have to act more responsibly? What was that brought that change in you?
Honestly speaking, I want to be fit. I am not sure about healthy, but I want to lose weight and look beautiful. This was
Okay.
my intention only.
Okay.
And this is what I have also done when my older one, when he was born, I gained a lot of fat. So when he
Right.
was 2 to 3 years, I reduced everything just by exercising and controlling on my diet. So this is
Hmm.
what I'm trying to do in my future because now my younger one, he's 1.5 years old. I'm
Yeah.
just waiting for one more year and then I'll start doing exercise and all, and then I'll reduce everything. So
Hmm.
that is my main target. I'm not looking for the healthy things. I'm not looking that I should be healthy and all. But yes, I want to look slim, look beautiful. That is my honest
Hmm.
intention.
But that's a beautiful answer. That's a very bold, honest, and beautiful answer. To be able to speak your heart out without feeling shy or quoting it with caramelized words, not needed. We all want to look good, no doubt about it, right? That's it. Good, wonderful. All right. If you have to work on your health, your fitness, your figure, your overall mental and physical health, what are the five things you will do in 2025 from a more realistic, practical perspective, not just fantasy answer, yeah, realistic answer.
Yeah,
What are
I'll give you realistic answer because I lost lose or lost in past if I
lost?
lost weight.
Lost.
Okay. So when I earlier also I did it with exercise. I used to do half an hour of exercise at home. Along with that, I used to do 1 hour of walk, and this is how I have reduced like 6-7 kgs at home.
Hmm.
This is what my target is for 2025. I thought of okay, like my younger one is growing now, so I'll start walking again 1 hour a day. That is mandatory for me because in winters days are very short, so you don't get time actually. But in summers, it's very easy. In the morning or maybe in the evening, you will manage. Second thing, I'll start drinking water, which I actually stopped drinking water. I don't drink even 2 to 3 glasses of water a day, and that is really bad thing which is happening right now. But I'll try to work it in future. Like after a month or two, I'll do it. Third is I'm trying to include some exercises, like half an hour of exercise. I'll try to do, and also I'll try to reduce my junk. Not exactly see, one thing that I'm really fond of in junk food, like that is golgappa water balls. That is one of my favorite thing. I cannot compromise on that, but apart from that I can reduce other things which I'm having right now. So
Right.
that is one thing I will do.
Hmm.
And apart from that, what else I can do? Yeah, I what more thing I always try to do in terms of being fit, I try to be active whole day. I
Hmm.
when in the summers especially, my day is fully packed. I
Okay.
have like a routine which is like fully packed. I have to do something and something like
Hmm.
I don't sit in the summers,
You
even
don't
not even in the
idle. You don't
winters.
idle away your time. You don't idle away your time. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to utilize or do some physical activities whole day. It's not like I'm sitting on sofa, but if
Hmm.
I'm getting chance to clean something or where I have to move my hands or walk or maybe I have to stay for a long duration. This is kind of activity. These kinds of activities I would choose to do in
Hmm.
coming days. Yeah. So these are the few things I'll do.
Okay. All right. I think those are valid answers, valid points from a very realistic point of view,
Mhm.
right? And many people take this resolution on a new year, and most of the resolutions are around health, right? I will walk, I will go to gym,
Yes,
do yoga,
yes.
do meditation, right? But most people won't even last a week, right? and majority of the resolutions fizzle away within the first month, right? Majority in the first week and remaining by the first month. Barely anyone takes it beyond a month.
Mhm.
If you if you were to stay committed to your discipline, to your decision and your resolution, what would you do differently so that you can continue doing it for the remaining part of the year, or the entire year?
I think
What would you do differently?
there is only one thing which is required. You have to maintain discipline. That's it. If you are disciplined for further few days, you are automatically be consistent. So there is only one key of consistency, that is discipline. And as I discussed in the last session, that when you thought, okay, you have to do it, and when you miss one day, next day you feel demotivated.
Hmm.
So you should always try not to miss any single day. The moment you will miss one day, you have to gather that courage and you have to convince your mind that no,
Hmm.
you don't need to quit. You need to continue. You have to, you know,
Hmm.
set your mind, I would say.
Hmm.
Setting your mind is the first and primary thing which is really important in terms of achieving your goal. If your
Mhm.
mindset is clear that you have to do it, then no one can stop you
Hmm.
except yourself. So you have to have that kind of mindset first, and second, you have to maintain the discipline. These two things, if you are able to do, 100% you are going to achieve the things you have decided or you have think to follow in the year 2025. And
Okay.
I'm really very dedicated about my goals. Whenever I
Hmm.
thought that I have to do this thing, I will do it unnecessary until there is a kind of situation which is related to family.
Hmm. Hmm.
Otherwise, I am fully dedicated. Family is my first priority, but other than that, apart from that, there's no one can stop me. Yeah, that is
Right.
my thing.
I think that attitude is very important, very relevant to maintaining that efficient way of doing things, isn't it? Otherwise, to give up quickly is so easy.
So
You want
easy.
to start something is very easy. You want to give it up, it's even easier. But
Yes.
holding on to it and proving to yourself that I am capable of doing things is perhaps the most difficult task. And if you can crack it,
Yes.
then you can crack everything else. All right. Good answers, Karishma. Any questions from your side? I did not do the sentence formation exercise today because the flow was good. I didn't want to disturb the flow of whatever we were doing, so I didn't do that. Yes. Any
Okay.
questions from your side you have? You can ask me now.
Only one question.
Yeah. Tell me.
Okay. I want to know that, see, I know many words and I
Hmm.
also try practicing with sentence, but still when I am in the flow, especially when I'm expressing something from my, like the bottom of my heart, I'm not able to remember those words, how to recall those words, good vocabulary while speaking.
Right. So let's say you have practiced sentences. Now, what I want you to do is that let's say for today you have taken up 5 words or 10 words, whatever those words are, and you put them into sentences also. Now, I want you to do practice either on your voice recorder or your selfie recorder, selfie camera recorder, using those words, right? Now you don't have to remember, the words are there in front of you. Those 5 words, those 10 words, you put them into a paragraph and then start recording yourself in your voice if you're comfortable with the voice. If you're comfortable with the selfie camera, do it with the selfie camera, right? Use it repeatedly to be able to retain the words. Retention is not easy. We are distracted 24 by 7 with reels and shorts and everything. We are not living in times where we had limited resources, limited exposure. Now there is 24/7 distraction. Remembering is difficult today's generation, right? We are a we are a screwed up generation in a various ways, right? And we, even if we are not responsible for it, we have to take the brunt of it. Yeah. Try
Mhm.
this technique, it will be a little easier. Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right, Karishma. See you again. Thank you. Good day. Bye bye.